Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video primarily covering WLMouse's Meow. This is a new fingertip mouse that looks pretty, it's the cutest mouse I've ever seen, but just looks really good and has great build quality to match if you're looking for a fingertip option. I'll get into some comparisons with the X2F that you guys will see. But on the grip, I do just want to talk to you guys about a new option as well from WLMouse. It kind of went under a lot of people's radar, but the solid-sided Beast Max or Beast Pro is a really nice upgrade, I feel, to the original. The solid sides, wasn't sure if I would actually like them more because if anybody's used to my original review of the Beast X, I actually did stick my fingers in the slotted sides to just get a consistent grip and really dig in there. But overall, the solid sides actually do make the mouse feel a lot more premium. The build quality to me just feels absolutely impeccable. There's no movement on anything on this mouse pushing in any direction. And the sides actually do have a really nice texture to them that matches the coating on Mouse 1 and Mouse 2. It's almost like a chalky, very dry feeling. So to me, if anybody is wanting something with solid sides in that Final Mouse medium shape, I think WLMouse has made a better product, a cheaper product, one with a better colorway, better build quality, and overall, ultimately, the same, if not better, performance. This has been in my main rotation since I received it a few weeks ago with my Vaxi Sora, and I just absolutely love this mouse. During gameplay, I think it makes a big difference to have a coating that feels kind of textured and chalky feeling. It does help maintain my grip and not slip around during gameplay. And overall, the build quality on this is, again, just impeccable. There's no switch grind. Mouse 1 and Mouse 2 have very minimal movement with pulling with quite a bit of force. And the side buttons have barely any pre-travel and barely any post-travel. The switches I went with were just Omron Optical. They feel nice, crispy, poppy. So if you're looking for a slight upgrade to your original Beast, again, now coming with a 3950 sensor, 8K included, my copy comes in at 42 grams with the Silver Fox dots. But between the performance, the build quality, the coating, to me, it's just a better, more compelling purchase if you can get the color you want in comparison to the Final Mouse. Now, I do want to primarily focus on the Meow. This is a new fingertip mouse from WLMouse, and it just looks fantastic. It's the cutest mouse I've ever seen, but it has a cat here indented on Mouse 1. It's got a moon and the stars on Mouse 2. You can see even the scroll wheel has cat prints there on the scroll, which matches the colorway here perfectly. Silver offset side buttons that I think look great. And then you have a cat print here on the left, a cat print on the right, and you'll see some stickers in the box that you can actually fill in if you so choose, and a paw print on the bottom of the mouse. The dongle, of course, matches. It is a similar dongle to what we saw with the Beast. It is a cat that does have extra stickers in the box as well, where you can customize your dongle. But the color on this mouse is just sick. I mean, it's almost like the Nacho Customs colorway on the Ponage mice, but a little bit more blue than pink and purple. But it does have a nice color shift element to it where you move it around and it picks up a little bit more pink and purple. To me, since it is a fingertip mouse, you can see, like, again, the side where my thumb would rest is closed on both sides. I think that's a nice touch. And overall, I don't feel any of the holes on the top side of the mouse. My weight comes in at 32 grams. It feels, well, weight balanced, maybe a little bit off, but quite weight balanced. Mouse 1 and Mouse 2, I went with the Omron Opticals. They feel so crisp and clicky on this mouse with the magnesium. I would not opt for a different switch personally, but really the thing that is a highlight here is just the overall build quality. There's, again, minimal with a lot of pressure applied on each side, minimal side play, no switch grind, very crispy clicks. I mean, some of the most crisp on any mouse that I've used, and that's a result of very minimal pre-travel and minimal post-travel after actuation of that switch. To me, the build quality here is the highlight as well. I mean, being magnesium and this small, you would think that maybe there would be some issues, but you can push anywhere on this mouse and there is just no flex or movement really at all in terms of the overall shell. The bottom is ABS, however, so you do obviously have a little bit more play in certain areas with targeted pressure. But overall, like, it is just a phenomenal build quality for a fingertip mouse. Mouse 3 feels great. All my switches feel good. And surprisingly for me, I thought the side buttons would be a little bit of an issue, but crisp, clicky, and where my thumb rests, I didn't have an issue hitting those. Because of the size of them, every once in a while, like, I would probably have some issue maybe misclicking between the two side buttons, but overall, it was not an issue for me, and usually I just bind them to the same thing in game anyway. So compared to the X2F, that's really where things get a little bit different for me. It boils down to my hand size and the shape of the mouse. I mean, you can see like my hand just engulfs the Meow. So the X2F, the grip width remains quite a bit wider than the Meow, and that is because the side curves actually swoop in when you get to mouse 4 and mouse 5 on both sides, and it kind of makes my hand grip inward quite a good amount more than the X2F. For me, over a long duration of time, despite how funny it is just absolutely slaying with this mouse, it does cause a little bit of discomfort in my hand. It really does feel like a true fingertip mouse if you are looking for something like that. But to me, the X2F just remains a little bit more comfortable. So that would be just, to me, a better option for myself. Again, it is a grip that really makes you feel like you're being drawn into and kind of like getting this pierced grip on the mouse itself. Because of the way the angles are on the sides and the click height of mouse 1 and mouse 2. If you have small hands, you might be able to get a little bit more use out of the back hump there. I can, if I was to avoid using the side buttons, I would be able to get some use out of that and plant on it with this area here on the bottom side of my hand. But that would just make it a little bit harder for me to access those side buttons and feels a little bit awkward. So for me, it would be a complete and total fingertip grip. But the performance with a 3950 sensor, 32 grams, good weight balance, fantastic feeling build quality and clicks. I mean, it really is a pretty fun mouse to use. So you guys can see it again, the size comparison with the X2F, but overall a pretty damn cool fingertip option for anybody that has been looking for a solid build quality in magnesium. Paint job, the attention to detail, everything looks quite great. Let me just show you guys before we close here. The additional dongle in the box also has a cat head on it that you guys can see there. And then in the box as well, there are some additional goodies here that I want to show you guys. Be the first time I open them, but I believe there are some additional stickers that you can apply to the mouse. So you've got some additional skates, or actually I think those are the paw prints for the side of the mouse. You've got some additional dot skates, some additional full-size skates. You have actually some nice looking grips there as well, if anybody wants grips for mouse 1 and mouse 2 and the sides of the mouse in 2 different colors. I mean, you get quite a lot here in the box with the mouse at the price of entry, and it does come with a white cable for the dongle and for charging the mouse. So quite a bit of goodies here in the box if anybody wanted to actually utilize any of the stickers or the grips and additional skates. So the paw prints, you would have a set of white for each side and a set of black for each side if you wanted to insert them into the paw print indentations there. Overall, another good showing from WLMouse. It's not necessarily for me, given the shape, but overall, a solid performing mouse here in a new fingertip option. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope it helped. If it did, please leave a sub to the channel. See you guys in the next review. Peace.